Hello and good morning. It's 11:27. I know the angle is different because I don't know what I did with my other tripod. That's what had happened. That's what had happened. But in this one, I wanted to talk about black magic because black magic is an issue. Black magic is a problem. Everyone is doing it. Everyone is doing it. And you can go anywhere and get black magic done. You can go anywhere and get a death spell done. You can go to places. This is in New York City. I'm in New York City. I am in the Bronx. And it's like there's places you can go to and they will do a death spell. You know, they will kill someone for you. They will unalive a person for you. They will do what they gotta do for you for a price. For a price. You pay that price and they got you, They do a spell and then they'll watch you to see if the spell is working. There's many different places that do that. Some of them are the Botanica. You go to the Botanica. Some of them do negative work. Some of them do positive work. But the ones that do negative work, yeah, that's why they close down because they do a negative work, or they want failure for someone else, and then failure happens with their business. It's like, black magic is common sense. Black magic, the opposite always happens. Black magic, whatever you pray for, you wish for, whatever you want to happen will happen to you. You want death, death is going to happen in your family. You want someone to die, you want permanent endings in someone's life to happen, you want something to end, you want death, right? Yeah, it's going to happen in your life because you're speaking it into existence. You're actually going to a person to put an end to a situation. But what is black magic? Black magic is a curse. What happens when you speak a curse or when you want something to happen? They're like, okay, you want me to do this? What's your name? What's your date of birth? They want to know your information. So whatever work is done is attached to you. The backfire will come back to you. The practitioner just wants the money, then they end up having bad luck and all this stuff starts happening and it's just like, oh my God, whatever, you can't prove black magic, but everybody does it. Everybody's doing it. And then it's like, it's common sense to think about unsolved cases, so many unsolved cases. Black magic, black magic happened. Who's doing the work? You got to look at who's playing in magic, you know? And the whole thing is everybody lies. They're going to deny it. Oh no, I would never. That's what they say. Oh, why? Why would I do anything to you? Oh, you're my friend. I would never do anything against you. But your spirit is telling you this motherfucker is doing something to me. My spirit is not going to lie to me. My spirits don't lie to me. They tell me what the hell is going on. And then if I still want to be friends with a person and my spirit's done told me that this person's doing some shit to you, bad things start happening. I don't want bad things to happen. I'm gonna listen to whatever guidance I'm being guided. I'm being guided. I'm gonna listen. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be fucked up. I'm not gonna be fucked up out here. I'm not gonna be fucked up because I want to talk to you. I'm not gonna. No, you got bad luck. You got karma. Bad shit happens when I talk. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, oh hell no. Well, whatever. I'm superstitious. I'm superstitious. It's like, but it's like, how the police don't know. Nobody knows. Like, you think that nobody does spell work, but they have all of these supply stores, all of these religious supply stores. They talk about it and they cover it under religion, And then it's like you don't know what the hell is what. I don't have a religion. I am aware. I am aware of religion, and I am aware of how they cover it up. Jehovah Witness, Christian, Catholic, Baptist, all of them. They all do some shit. Oh, just ask God for forgiveness and you're going to be forgiven for all of your sins, but you still are cursed. You are still cursed with karma. They don't tell you that. You still going to be cursed. Black magic is a curse. You do a breakup spell. You want someone to break up. You don't want them to be together, right? So you did a breakup spell, but then you're married, right? You're married, but you did a breakup spell. What's going to happen with that breakup spell? They'll break up. They'll break up, but then you're going to break up too because you did the spell. You did a breakup spell. Whatever you putting out into the universe, you're going to get it back. It's like, I don't know. And then it's like these things keep happening. People, you'll get back together if you really love each other. But it's like when there's too much betrayal in between everything, there's too much magic, there's too much shit, there's too many people involved. You don't want to go back to toxicity. You just let it go. Be like, you know what? Go your way. I'll go my way. Go my way. And I'll go find somebody else, and I'm going to be all right. Good luck. Good luck, though, because they chose the one that's doing the black magic. They chose the one that did the breakup spell. They chose the one that caused friction. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. I am single. I am free. I don't have no problem. These people you invite in your life, they're the ones with all the problems. They bring you problems. And it's like, I don't need this. I don't have problems. Like I don't need this. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But and then love spells. Love spells. They do love spells to trap a person. They do love spells to get you to be with them. So and then you'll get all these feelings that you want to be with a person. Like, what the fuck? I feel like this. Like that's not my feelings. That's not my feelings. They done did a love spell. What happens? You get disgusted with the person. You don't want nothing to do with that person. Why? Because they did a love spell. You don't want nothing to do with them. It's like, ew, no. Like, yo, that just shows desperation and it just shows like so many things. Like you don't know what else to do, so you do a love spell. Like you can't just talk to a person. You can't say something to a person. Like you can't pick up the phone. No, but you want to do a love spell. And I'm just like, wow. Love spells don't work. Love spell makes you hate a person. Love spell. People that do love spells end up in jail or dead. They end up with terrible accidents. Some people end up scarred for life, you know, because of a love spell. It makes you crazy. You start acting crazy. You start losing your mind. That's what black magic does, is mental manipulation. Makes you lose your fucking mind. You start, I don't know. Then they have to keep doing it. So if it works, because there's no guarantee a love spell is gonna work, you know. But if it worked, it can wear off, and they'll stop loving you. Then you won't even know if they love you for real or is it the spell. When it wears off, it wears off. They don't want to be with you no more. So then they go and do the love spell again, and that's why people keep doing love spells because that's how they got you. That's how they trapped you with a love spell, and they got to keep doing that spell to keep you. This is magic. I'm talking about it because it really happens. Like you can go to a place and be like, "Oh, I want to do this, and I want to do whatever you want to do. You could do it. You could get it done." You know, when you talk to people. and this is what they do, then they'll start telling you how they get shit done, how they do freezer spells to stop a person, to slow a person down. I didn't know about this shit. That's being around people that sit there and they do this shit. They'll put you in a little jar, they'll bury you somewhere, they'll do something, and I'm just like, wow, like this what people do. This is what people do, and then nobody wants to talk about this shit. They just see you going through some shit, and then nobody will tell you, oh, how to cleanse yourself, how to remove this energy, how to free yourself from this energy. To free yourself from black magic, you have to get away from the person or the people doing the spell work. You have to get away from them. Because when you're around a person that's doing spell work against you, it's going to work. You don't believe in it. Yeah, it's going to work because you don't believe in it. It's like you need to open your mind and just be aware. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be like, oh, that's not gonna work on me. Nah, you need to be aware of this shit. And you need to know how to cleanse yourself, how to protect yourself. Cleanse. You wipe away. You wipe away from your body. You cleanse with salt and you wipe away. You don't wipe towards yourself. No, you wipe that shit out of here. Get this shit off of me. Like you wipe away. If you get a spray, you could get a spray. You could get my spray. You could get my spray, my spiritual splash, or you could get Florida water, holy water, rose water, all that stuff. It helps to ward away the negative energy. Nobody's gonna tell you. Nobody is gonna tell you, but everybody does it. Oh, I know somebody. Oh, I'm gonna take you to the person that I go to, and they could do what you want. Whatever you want them to do, they could do it for you. But isn't that a crime? Isn't doing a death spell a crime? Can't you go to jail for some shit like that? But you can't prove it. You can't prove the black magic. You can't prove it. So they can't go to jail. So they just out here killing people and nobody does anything. And then nobody knows. Nobody can put two to two together. Nobody can fucking think. And I'm just like, oh my God. So it just keeps happening. It keeps happening and they just keep doing shit. These people keep doing shit. And I'm just like, yo, they not gonna stop. They're gonna keep doing shit. They're gonna keep doing death spells. They're gonna keep doing chaos magic. They're gonna do forget me spells. They're gonna do all kinds of spells to manipulate the energy, to make things go in their favor. That's what black magic is. It let me spray myself. I'm talking this shit, and I'm like, you know what? Let me spray myself. Let me spray myself. And it's like all this stuff is happening. All this stuff goes on. Nobody is aware of it. How can you not be aware? The police don't know. Nobody fucking knows. And then this shit is going on, and people are actually doing it. People are dying, and then what do they call it? Unsolved mysteries, because you can't figure this shit out because they done did some black magic on it, and then nobody can see what the fuck is going on. Yeah, once you wake up, you gonna see this shit. You're gonna be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's just like, oh my God, like all you gotta do is just open your mind, and see this shit. See this shit for what it is, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. And they got away with it. They got away with it. Like these people got away with this shit. They've been doing this shit for years. 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They've been doing this shit. Within the system, within everything, and nobody knows. Like nobody knows. But you got friends that know people that do certain shit. They do it in their house. They do it. They have a store. They have a spot. Oh, you know, everybody knows somebody. But then don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. That's how that shit go. And then when you tell, I don't even care. It's just this. It's so many deaths. It's so many breakups. It's so many love spells. There's so many poverty spells. There's so much chaos magic. Like when you see shit, you in the street. I'm out. You go outside and you see shit, and you just see like a whole group people was arguing and fighting, and a whole bunch of shit is going on. Yeah, that's chaos. That's chaos magic. You know, murders, death, all the stuff is magic. That shit takes over your mind. You don't know what you're doing. And then when you wake up from the spell, it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What happened? You don't remember. Like, what the fuck happened? That's black magic. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. That's why I write. That's why I write everything down. I write everything down because people doing magic. Then you can't prove certain shit. Then you don't remember certain shit because they doing spells on you to forget certain shit. So I write it down. I'll be like, these motherfuckers. And they just did so much shit to me. And it's just like, and nobody see this shit. Like nobody can see this shit, but everybody's doing this shit. And it's just like fucking wow. I just wanted to talk about it. Like I do my return to senders. Like I do them. They're right there. I'm gonna do more. You know, because when you do the return to sender, when you do the return of sender returns the energy back to wherever it's coming from. They're doing negative energy work. Like they want certain things to happen to you. Like, yo, you want all this shit to happen. You want me to be afraid. You want me to. It's like why? It's like it's because they're hiding something and they don't want it to get out. They don't want me to say it. Then I won't say it unless you tap into me. Then I see everything you're doing. That's how I know. If I don't give a fuck about you, I'm not gonna know. You know, but things that interest me is the courthouse. I want to win my case, you know, and I know that they're sabotaging the documents, they're hiding the documents, they're doing things. So when they tap into me, I see them and I'm just like, and then they're not doing it themselves. They're going to people to get it done. And I'm like, how can nobody know that they're going to people to get shit done? They're going to people to do death spells, to do all kind of spells, to force the paperwork, to do shit. It's like how nobody know. How can nobody do anything about it? And I'm like, it's the magic. It's the fucking magic. And I'm like, I can see it. I can see it because I cleanse. I cleanse every day. So I see what other people don't see. It's like once you cleanse every day, once you start cleansing, you're gonna start noticing things. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, like oh, you know, you could see that, you could peep that, you could see it, but then don't say nothing because they're gonna lie and they're gonna play in your face and act like nah, you didn't see that, like you don't know, you didn't see that, but you know what you saw, like you did see that, but then they're gonna say no, you didn't see that, no, that was something else, no, you didn't see that. That's what they do. That's how they play. They play this fucking game like you don't know what the hell is going on, and it's like pay attention. Pay attention because everybody is playing in magic. Everybody playing in it. No, I don't. Why would you say something like that? All this shit is happening. Oh my God. Wow. Acting all surprised and shit. And I'm like, yo, like this bitch. Usually the one that says it is the one that did it. That's how that go. The one that's always talking shit, the one that's always is the one that did the work. That's how you know. Like pay attention to this shit. The one that's always yapping, one that's always talking is the one that's doing the work. That, that's how it is. They don't know what else to do. They don't know how to shut the fuck up. You know, they want to run their mouth and they want to talk about everybody else, and it's them. They're the ones doing it. Like they're gonna tell you what everyone else is doing, and then it's them doing it. And I'm just like, wow. Like these bitches, like, I just stay quiet. But it's like nobody knows, nobody gets arrested. Like, people get arrested for domestic violence. Domestic violence can happen from a love spell, a backfired love spell. But then you don't put that together. You be like, oh, he done killed her. She done stabbed him up. She done did all this shit, and you thinking they done, oh my God, that's so crazy. Oh, she's crazy. That's a fucking spell. Makes you lose your mind. You go crazy. It gets violent. It gets aggressive. Bad things happen. And then it's like, and then you gotta, like, what you gonna do? And then you can't tell nobody. Then you can't tell nobody. But when you know magic, you know what the hell is going on. Like, they done did something. Somebody does something, and then they won't admit it because black magic is evil. It's fucking evil. You're not supposed to be out there doing it. So, and then when you find a practitioner that does it, it's a secret. You can't tell nobody because they're not supposed to be out here doing it. The police don't know. Nobody fucking knows. And it's just like, wow, a lot of people died. A lot of people died from all different kind of scenarios and incidences, and it's different kinds of things. But magic is involved. Magic is involved. I just wanted to talk about black magic because it's a problem. It is a real problem, and it affects people. Even if you don't believe in in magic, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in none of this shit, but it's real. And when you don't believe in certain things, it works faster because you're oblivious to it. You don't want to acknowledge it. So it's gonna grab hold of you. It's gonna grab a hold of you and it's gonna work on you. So it's like, open your mind and be like, nah, that's just not gonna work on me. You cleanse it, you be aware, be aware of this shit. Get you some Florida water, be like, you know what, I'm gonna spray my Florida water, I'm gonna put my splash on, let it dry on your skin. When it dries on your skin, that is how it works. Nothing will affect you. Nothing can affect your mind. That's why I spray it on my face. I spray it on my face. I spray it on my hair. I spray it because I'm like, oh hell no. Like, this shit is not gonna take over my life and have me thinking all crazy and no. Like, I know what this is. It's magic. Not everything is magic, but most of the time it is magic. And everyone is doing it. Everyone is doing it. You can't prove it. Nobody can prove it. How can you prove it? You can't. You just gotta watch. Just watch people go through their shit. Watch them. Watch the shit backfires. Watch the people pass away. Watch them get sick. Watch them go through all the things that they tried to put you through. Then they start going through it and they start going through all these problems, all these accidents start happening in their lives. It's just like, it didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way. But they chose to play in magic and they chose to curse themselves. And I'm just like, it didn't have to be this way, you know? Whatever. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Like, cleanse yourself, do your return of senders. Whenever you get a chance, do your return of senders. Do your return of senders and send that energy. Send that energy out of here. That's not your energy. That's not my energy. I'm not claiming that. I'm not, no, I'm gonna do my return of sender. And it's like, out of here energy. I don't want that. I don't want that over here. I don't want it around me, affecting me, nothing. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward for 2025. And it's like, the hell with all this shit. And then everybody's doing it. You can't prove it. And it's just like, oh my God. What I'm going to do? Cleanse. Cleanse myself. That's all I can do is cleanse myself. Give it to God. Like, God got it. Like, what else can I do? Like, I done did everything. There's nothing else. There is nothing else for me to do but give it to God and just wait for justice to happen. That's all I can do. Stay positive, vibe high, stay faithful to God, because God is real. God is real. All this stuff happens, and that's not from God, you know? It happens and it works because, I don't know, I'm gonna just stay faithful to God. I'm gonna pray this shit out of here. Like, I don't want none of this energy affecting my life. None of these people, they want to do all this stuff. This court case is a big deal, you know? I'm single. They doing love spells. I'm like, yo, like, you could fucking call me, talk to me. You can't even do that. You want to do a love spell? Like, fucking wow. You don't want nothing to do with them. You don't want nothing to do with that person. And it's just like, it's fine. Life goes on. There's too many things that happen within the world for me to stay stuck. They want to have me stuck and all fucked up. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. No, I'm going outside. I'm gonna have a good life for the rest of my life. And it's like moving forward and just protecting myself and my energy. And I'm just talking here. I know I'm just talking. I'm talking about black magic because this shit is crazy. Everyone's doing it. Protect yourself, vibe high, stay positive, leave it love, leave it love. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. You know, I just wish they were better human beings, you know, and that they didn't choose to play in black magic. I wish they chose to believe in God. Like, thank God for life. Be thankful, grateful, be humble. My little New York City apartment, my apartment is tiny. I'm thankful not to be outside, not to be in the street, not to be outside. You know, I have a bed. I have basic shit. Like, I'm not in a mansion. Like, it's basic. It's regular things, and I am so thankful every day just to wake up. I'm like, thank God, I'm alive. I'm awake. You woke me up today. Like, thank you. I burn the ancestor money. Thank you, ancestors, protecting me from all this shit nobody can see, but you feel it. But I can't prove it. That's where the problem is. You can't prove it. Leave it alone. Bye.